Are we...
missing both tanks?
Okay, so we're missing
Oh,
both
yeah,
tanks, which...
Poggers, can you record so you can give this
No,
one?
I'm also
'Cause I can't
streaming this on
record.
YouTube and shit, so it's gonna have a VOD.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
Don't worry
perfect.
about that.
Also, Gumby, nice to meet you. I appreciate your honesty. It's really
Yes, don't worry about it. I'll be very brutally honest about everything that you're going to do. Okay,
good.
so we're gonna run double shield, but it's typically not gonna involve this. Holy shit, my fucking highlighter thingy is really large. Okay, it's not gonna involve that. It's going to be Orisa, Sigma, Mccree, Flashbang Man, whatever the fucking Overwatch League wants to call him now, Hanzo.
Oh boy.
I like Flashbang Man because that's very indicative of what you're going to be doing for the most part. You're gonna bet Batiste and of course the Brig. I don't want to fucking...
Guys stuck in big jail forever.
Yeah. Sadly, so this is basically a spam slash brawl composition. Okay? So that means that
Yes.
apart from you shooting things that are not your color, that sounded incredibly racist. I'm very fucking sorry. I had 3 hours of sleep. But alright.
So good.
Okay. So that are not part of your team. You're gonna be shooting things that are not part of your team. You're also going to walk towards them. That's the brawl aspect of it. So
Gumby,
yeah.
isn't it like 7 a.m. for you right now?
It's 8 a.m. But anyway, moving on. So how the hell does this work? Okay. So number one, you're basically just going to be jockeying for position. So maybe you start over here, then you back off, you place your Orisa on the point, and then either take this high ground, or you could also take this low ground and just, you know, shield yourselves, survive until you can get rid of the ball, or in this situation. Anyway, bottom line is you're gonna bunker on point. Then the moment that the enemy team is a little bit closer or walkable, you group up and you start walking. Where? Towards their back line. If you can counter their front line, then you demolish them as a unit. You're not flanking, you're not taking any high grounds, you're just grouping up as one, and you're going to demolish the very first thing that you're going to see. In this case, it's going to be the ball. But yeah. So let's go back to discussing the comp itself and what everybody's roles are. So let's start with Orisa. Orisa, aka the bait. Or bait slash anchor. Because that's all you're gonna be doing. So what does that mean? That means that number one, you take care of the point. Right? You're going to put yourself on the point and survive for as long as possible, encourage them to dive you. And that's basically it. Because you're Orisa, you have gold, you have a shield, you have halt to prevent people from diving you, or at least stall them from diving you, and all that good stuff. Plus you have the support of your incredibly tanky supports, which is incredibly redundant. But anyway, so take point, be bullet sponge, and what else? I'm forgetting one more thing. If you're in Orisa, I guess you're already spamming. You're also halting both in the literal and figurative sense. You're halting enemy tempo by using halt. Okay. So that's basically Orisa in a nutshell in this composition. Then for Sig, what you need to do is you need to protect your backline. You're just going to make sure that they have a shield with them at all times. and then you're going to try and rock anyone who is trying to dive your backline. That's so. So for Sig, basically your Sigma is your almost your main tank because this guy is just going to be bait. So like you're the main tank question mark that you protect the core. Number two, you rock dives. Usually this is going to be a tank, but if you can rock something like a Tracer or a Sombra that's trying to get into your backline, that's fantastic because you can just burst them. And three, you're the other shield. You're going to protect, or you're going to give some breathing room for your Orisa. So how do I put that? Shield Orisa, I guess? Whenever your Orisa doesn't have a shield, so you place her shield, blah blah blah. You also try to prevent things like annonades. All that good stuff. So that's basically Sigma. Then for the Mccree is a lot simpler, right? You protect, I cannot spell, protect Sig, protect Brig, Rhymes, it's easy to remember. And then you flash any tank that tries to go in on either of them. You can also flash things like Tracers or Sombras, but your higher priority is tanks. Okay? Any questions at this point? Guys? Are we...
No questions.
Okay.
No questions.
Cool. It's like, I was worried for a second there. It's like, did I disconnect? It's like, am I still here? Holy shit.
We're absorbing. It's osmosis. We're absorbing information.
Yeah. It's all good. Okay, so next up is Hanzo. Hanzo is there to break shield. This is basically where most of your spam damage is going to be coming from. You break shield, you focus more on tanks because number one, tanks give you the most ult charge because they have a lot of HP. Plus, they dictate tempo, so if the tanks can't go forward, they're not moving forward, that means we gain space, all that good stuff. They spam tanks, and then third one is Sonic. You scout their rotations, their positioning, using Sonic Arrow. Okay? For BAP, well, let's start with Brig. Start with Brig first before moving on to BAP. Because
Don't be skipping me.
no, because okay, because your Brig has a little bit more nuanced things that you need to do. It's like you already kind of know what you need to do. It's kind of obvious, but for Brig,
Shoot, Neil.
yeah, shoot and heal. That's basically it. But anyway, for Brig, you need to prevent dives. What do I mean by this? So let's say that there's a monkey that's going to try and dive either your Sig or your entire core. You're going to boop them away using your flail. And that is basically the only thing that you're going to use your flail for. So you're going to prevent dives, you're also going to prevent or mess up the tempo of brawl. So let's say that you're up against a brawl comp, and they're amping towards your Sigma or your Orisa, you're going to use your flail to push them back a little bit, and that's basically you're good. You can chill after that because for as long as you're within 20 meters of your team, you're going to be healing them. You're going to be inspiring them because inspire is fucking OP. So that's one. Number two is you're going to stun anybody who flanks. Again, this is typically tanks, but if it's a Tracer or it's a Sombra, you can stun them too. Whatever. And then packs. Mostly your packs are going to be going towards Orisa, but sometimes the enemy team might be able to go into our backline, so just be ready to pack either of our DPS or your other healer. Okay? Alright, so for BAP, what other specifics other than shoot and fucking heal? Honestly, you're just going to dictate when you're going to use your lamp. You're also going to dictate when you're going to use your what's your ult? Yeah, window. You tell them, okay, this is when I'm going to use my window, or I'm using my window right now. That's it. You're not really going to do anything else other than that. Well, I guess the third one is making sure that your Brig stays alive. So Brig, at least until the mid-late fight. No, until the mid fight. Because Brig's value is really high at the start of a fight and then just tapers down. So making sure that she survives at least until we can brawl into them is vital. Then after that, like, you can... She's a little bit more expendable. Okay?
Try, you're that. You're expendable late fight.
Yeah, that doesn't mean let me die at the beginning of every fight.
Yes. Like, okay, if there's a weak point in this entire comp, it's actually the Brig dying immediately. In the first... before the fight even starts, or before the brawl even starts. So, number one priority is actually protecting your Brig. Number two priority is protecting everybody else. And then
the number three is
that optics should be able to survive, okay? You've got these for support, she can turn into gold. The only thing the only thing here that's missing is a fucking Mercy that flies down and reses her. Like, it's insane. Okay.
Yeah.
This is why you don't exactly dive on Orisa. Like, Orisa doesn't actually exist. She is a figment of your imagination. She doesn't exist.
So is the positioning fine here for like this first point then? Or like, wants to play on point that?
Against... Okay, so if we go back, all the way back, alright? So...
Ready for battle.
Okay, maybe not that far back, but...
Ready for battle.
Okay, so you're getting into position, blah blah blah.
Hey, hello.
Alright, so starting here is okay.
One.
My few concerns are, number one, your turret is over here.
Objective A.
You could maybe place it somewhere else where it doesn't just get destroyed. Like,
But we're gonna switch to Kree Hanzo anyways.
yeah, you're gonna switch to Kree Hanzo, but one of the things that you can switch to, just in case that they are running Tracer, Sombra type of deal, is this. But
Kree Torb.
Yeah, Kree Torb. But but definitely we're never gonna be playing Ashe. I'm so sorry.
Dragon in shambles.
Yeah.
Fuck two of our fucking DPS players.
They act
Oh.
like I can't play Mccree.
So
No,
Yes,
you
but
can
you
look
love Ashe.
so yeah, you're spamming blah blah blah. You're scouting. I'm not sure how many seconds it takes before what do you call this? You can just press tab and you know what their comp is.
15.
15.
It's in 3
Okay.
seconds.
In 3 seconds. Someone should be pressing tab right now. And the moment that you see the swaps, someone should.
I think we
should
did
want-
call out. I think we did call out the swap.
Yeah.
Okay, so they swapped, right? So you know that they're no longer running the Winston, they're running whatever this garbage is. Okay, so what do you do? What do they want to do? First of all, they want to be able to spam. We change the color here. So they want to spam, and they want to take angles, right? Because they have Hanzo and they have Pharah. So if they can position themselves like a Hanzo over here and then there's a Pharah over here, incredibly powerful, right? Because they're spamming from both sides, they get their ults really quick, they deplete a lot of our cooldowns really quick. So, where on this map can you position yourselves where they can't really take good angles and their spam is very limited?
On the boat.
Where?
Like
On the boat?
not this high ground, the next one.
In the back high ground because they can't take as much angles that way.
This one?
Yeah, like they can't get behind you.
Okay,
Because
so
the
that's
boat is giving
one.
you cover.
That's one place, but there's actually a
side.
counterintuitive place, and that's over here.
But wouldn't the ball and Sombra just get behind you, or the ball just get behind you?
They don't have a Sombra.
Ball.
The
just
ball,
get behind
the
you.
ball. Okay, so the ball can get behind you. Okay, he might be able to cap. What we'll do is we'll run forward. Run forward towards their either their what do you call this? Their diva or their Ana. And then we'll
So just playing it like super aggressive brawl.
yeah. Again, this is why I call this other brawl, because it's basically brawl, but you can also spam. So it's the
Who do you
superior
send?
version.
Who do you send the point then to deal with the ball?
Uh,
how do we start? Like if we keep doing that, the ball's eventually just keep getting hit.
Yeah, so what you can do after that is like, okay, the ball is becoming a problem. You rotate back and then you go to that position that you had before. You can also just default to that, but if you're going to default to that, you're not going to be placing yourselves over here. You're just going to default to this position to start. You're not gonna go anywhere else.
I have a question about this comp.
Yo, Shoot.
Question is, well, it's a two-part question.
yeah, sure.
Question A, do you want to run this comp in most situations? And question two, what comp or selection of heroes that runs this comp over?
What beats that comp?
Who beats this comp?
Yeah, like what runs them
What
over?
beats? What beats
what-
Mccree Hanzo?
Yeah,
What beats Kree
what-
Hanzo? Kree Hanzo, and
not
then they
Kree
have to.
Hanzo, the comp, like the actual comp itself, not just the Kree Hanzo.
Yeah. So you copy this and you paste it on the other side.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, and then in what situation would you not want to run this?
You don't want to run this on Koth.
Huh?
Koth is really bad with this comp. So you just so basically your team might have to learn two types of brawl: this brawl and the other one, the Rhine comp.
Yeah, we're good with the other one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we're good with the ball comp. I feel like it was working.
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it
Like
yet.
that Route
but-
66 warm up scrim where we ran it, like that was like really good. I don't know. And then we decided not to run it.
The only thing you'll see about a ball comp is that you see Sombra out of position, Trace out of position, Ball out of position, and then all three of us going at different times, or two of us going at the same time. It's just that's the biggest issue. Like communication between three.
Like for example, imagine if you had a Mccree right now.
Yeah, he does.
He dies. He just dies. Also, number one, you need to stack with your Sig. Everybody needs to stack with a Sig, except the Orisa. The Orisa can just chill on the point.
Be bait.
Yes,
Before we
be
go,
bait.
bud.
You are just bait.
I got pushed off, and then I dropped the card. And it
This is the weird part. It's like, why didn't you gold? I looked at this several times. Like, why didn't they just gold?
I don't know. Maybe they didn't expect to die that quick.
But you got anti, so you're 100% going to die if you're in a even if you're in Orisa. And I taught you to be ignored.
So like, what's your opinion on like Orisa Sig versus like Orisa Diva?
Versus what?
Orisa Diva.
Orisa Diva? The problem with Orisa Diva is that the moment your shield as Orisa is dead, there's a good chance that your Orisa is just gonna die. Period. Because your Diva is not gonna be able to give another shield B suck up all the damage. Because all you have is DM. And Sigma has 2 tools to negate damage. It's what do you call this? Kinetic Grasp and the shield. So you're at a disadvantage if you're using the D.Va. Secondly, the burst damage of Sigma is way higher than the D.Va. And that's really important if you're going to brawl. You also have a stun. You also have a stun.
Oh, here. Oh, we switched the ball comp here.
Yeah, you switch the ball comp here, and I guess we can transition into discussion of how to run this particular comp. So let's find a blank space, like right here. Okay, so ball,
And optics is in every blank space.
ball,
See what I noticed with us playing
Trace.
this comp on here? There's a lot of
Oh,
quite a bit of grief that happens.
what do you mean by that?
Oh no, like I think a few times like I die randomly. I like a few times I think a ball dies randomly, Tracer as well.
I
And
see.
we griefed
I
a
don't
few
think I
times.
died.
Ball, Sombra, Tracer. There's actually another one that you can try. Ball, Farah. And
Fires is not a fire player.
that's unfortunate because this is really good. Echo?
Yes.
Yeah, you can let it go.
Yeah, okay, so Echo, Mercy, and Tracer. Well, obviously you have a pocket. You don't wanna. Then you've got an Ana instead of.
We've run this.
So-
Run this.
Yeah.
Ball, Echo, Tracer, Ana, Mercy.
Actually, you know
Yeah.
what? No, you can't be Ana. Actually, you have to
Run
be.
the-
You have to be Zen.
Tracer Sombra.
But yeah,
Well,
you.
isn't that-
I think Tracer Sombra works for us better. I think sometimes you run Ball, Sig, Tracer, Ash.
Okay, here's our issue with running Ball, Echo at the same time.
Mhm.
Or even Monkey and Monkey Diva, like
Anything
from-
with Echo.
anything with Echo. Here's my issue.
Uh-huh.
Everyone goes too fast. So the Echo has to use the
Every
movement
single
speed
cooldown.
to get there.
Okay.
To get there.
Uh-huh.
And then by the time we get there, either I'm late or I don't have movement, so I just get fucking bullied.
Okay.
Or we kill them all. It's always one of the 3 situations.
I
And
see.
It sucks.
Okay.
Well, I like to kill them all. So I
Yeah,
like
the
that
kill
one.
them all happens. It happens a lot. It happens a lot. But not me killing them all, but like us killing them all collectively.
Okay. So basically, you think that Echo is a little bit too slow, and this is a lot better, ish. Actually, I prefer anything else than running Echo, because Echo right now feels real inconsistent.
I feel like the Tracer Sombra is more stable,
Yes.
if that makes any sense.
Yes.
Yes, yeah, okay, that's what I mean. It's more stable. I feel like the other one is more of like a.
Consistent. Because the Tracer Sombra is more consistent.
Yeah,
The
it's
value you
more
can get off
consistent.
it is like easier for
Like
us.
you know what you're getting. With the Echo, it's like.
Feast or
it can be-
famine.
It's very feast or famine.
Understandable. This is also why I kind of like Farah a little bit more, because you don't have to be in the fight, because one of the values of Echo is the beam, and you need to be close for the beam. You can't really get close, so by having a Farah instead of an Echo, you can just poke from really far away. You can defend your Ana slash Zen
And then,
if you have a Zen, and you're pretty much fine. You don't have to be in the fight. But anyway, Egress, Ball Tracer Sombra. So basically, the way that this comp works is that your Ball Tracer and your Sombra kind of have to work as a team, and then the rest of the basically we're dividing you into 2. There's the team that just consists of both of your DPS and your Ball, and then the core, which is both of your supports and your D.Va. So the way that you position yourselves is, well, your Tracer and your Ball are pretty much roaming all over the map. Ideally as a unit, but if you can coordinate with each other, such that if you're going to dive a target, it's just one blink away from the tracer, then fantastic. But if not, then you can just rotate together as a team. The Sombra is, well, because you're invisible, you can just scout from wherever. Wait.
Where am
Where are you? I don't know what your voice is. I don't know what your name is.
I? I'm playing
Sombra.
Sombra.
Okay, you're playing Sombra, so that means you're speedy 6666.
Yes, I am
He's-
just trying to
He's
find
the
where
devil
I am.
bitch.
I am just going to press F4. Okay, so you're still
Back.
spawn.
On my way back.
All right, yeah. But anyway,
Then I have to bottom wall.
okay. One of the things that Ball has to do is you're going to have to use the entire map. And the reason why that is because if you use the entire map instead of just going through the usual spots, there's less chance that you're going to be spammed. In fact, that is the number one thing that you shouldn't be experiencing as a Ball is that you're getting spammed before you can engage. So this is already a very bad situation for all of you. So yeah, this needs to be coordinated, and this is why I'm a little less enthused by the idea that you don't really know what your Ball is doing, and then your Tracer just engages into this, but your Ball is not exactly in position to support, at least not yet. And then your Sombra also has to, well, okay, Sombra can do one of two things. Number one, you can, I guess against their weird-ass composition, you can just wait for this Ball to try and dive our backline and then hack them and kill them. That's one. Number two is that you can say, well, our backline is maybe going to survive, so I don't really care about them. You're going to join your your Tracer and your Ball, and you're going to try and get a hack. The number one priority here is get a hack. If you don't get a kill, that's completely fine for as long as you can get a hack and farm your EMP, you're Gucci.
I feel like in this like comp at least that we should be able to trade backlines because I feel like our backline is definitely gonna survive or against
okay.
fair Hanzo.
So why shouldn't you trade backlines against them?
Well, it's not even that trade backlines. I just feel like we're gonna live longer because we're gonna live against the fair Hanzo. Like compared to like in the Ball, like they're gonna have to like. It comes down to the Hanzo hitting a shot, whereas like
We have more consistent pressure.
yeah,
Yeah, but okay, but why shouldn't
Hanzo's not even
you?
close
Why
to
should
being
you
on
still
follow-up.
peel for your backline against their composition? Why should that be? Well, I guess you could be more aggressive because again they have this double spam weird ass comp. But typically, if they have a Tracer, and they typically have a Tracer, why isn't it a smart idea to trade backlines?
They have res.
They have res, exactly.
Heroes never.
I mean like yeah.
Because if they position their Ana well, like this Ana is just playing in Narnia, and then they just hard dive your backline, you're going to kill the Ana, fantastic, but you had to trade your entire backline for it. And now you have no sustain. All they have to do is regroup and then push back onto the payload, and then you can't touch the payload anymore. But yeah. So
Like I feel like a lot of our problems like still aren't like that composition based. You know, like
Communication.
I feel like a lot of it is like communication and like timing, like adding like where we want to be taking fights like this. Because I feel like we don't know when to go like aggressive. And this is kind of like the big thing.
okay, so when do you go aggressive? When you're with your Tracer, your Sombra, and your Bola are in position to dive. Your Diva in this comp is going to be holding aggressive and serving as bait. So from Dead Optics becoming bait, Train is going to become bait. So you're holding over here, you're holding over here. Your job is to bait, and you're also going to scout the rotation. That's
But
about it.
like I don't even like think like the aggressive part in, like this comp specifically. I feel like more like in like Brawl, like with like the Orisa and like the Ryan and like the Monkey is.
Ah,
Like,
so that okay, so it becomes
That's, like,
a
the
little
big
bit more
problem.
different for that because if it's
Yeah.
Brawl, you're counting on cooldowns being down, and then you're pushing into that.
Yeah, I feel like we have trouble forcing stuff first. Like we want to be playing first and like playing to like go in sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
or like we play second and we like have trouble forcing cooldowns. Like just kind of like let teams walk into us, be the initiation a lot of the time.
Okay. Not exactly sure how to do that other than just VOD reviewing something as a team and then just saying.
I mean, you
okay.
can see it on Nepal. Nepal, we play Brawl.
Yeah,
on the
I
Legend
kind of
Stick
saw
map.
that. It's like holy fuck. My
Because I feel like
blood
we had
pressure
advantages
just
and just-
spiked.
Yeah. Like we were up 2-0 in this game. And then,
Okay, your ball definitely needs work. Okay. So, as ball, if you notice that they have basically 0 CC, they only have the Ana, just go aggressively, just roll into them, be an annoyance on the cart, and hopefully your Tracer and your Sombra will be in position to capitalize on something. But yeah, you don't need to go repeatedly all the way back to your team and then dive like this. Let's roll through. Okay, I don't know why the did that, but okay. Let's actually slow this down a little bit. Alright, ideally your Sombra and your Tracer are different flanking positions. So either the Sombra is gonna be here, and your Tracer is gonna be coming from above because that's where the ball is, or your
like,
Sombra.
like the lane control.
What is that?
Is that like with like is that like controlling different lanes of the map?
Somewhat. But bottom line is the simpler what do you call this? The simpler explanation for this is that you're attacking from different angles, so they have to pay attention over here, and over here, and over here, instead of just okay. There's a Tracer coming from there, and there's a ball coming from there, and there's also a Sombra coming from there. So they all just need to cover this angle, and they're good, right? So yeah. This is why nothing seems to be accomplished. Okay, what? 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 Excuse me? What?
It gets worse. It gets worse. if you keep
What happened?
Okay, so you dive. Our Diva goes for the Ana, which is completely fine. And then you bump shoulders with this Hanzo that's almost dead.
Polar? You want to talk
You
about
see
it?
him. You see him, and then he tells me about it, and then I go and I fight for it.
Okay, so that's fine. It's completely fine. We killed the Pharah and the. Okay, so basically we almost win this because we killed. No, it's more than just that. The Pharah killed herself. The Mercy for some reason just floated down, and then their Ana just died. So they have no DPS. They have no heals. They only have tanks who just cannot stay here. And hopefully we beat this.
Oh, don't worry. We lose. Trust. Somehow. We can pull it off.
Okay.
No, do that.
Okay. All right. So again, we need to take position. So this ball needs to be scouting. Then again, he just respawned. But bottom line is you need to rotate all the way there, or maybe all the way there, flank over there, and then you have a Tracer that's maybe in here. Again, bottom line is you need to coordinate with both of your DPS where you're going to be rolling from, and then they're going to be positioning themselves on different flanks. And then you're going to go on one target. In this case, it's probably going to be the Ana or the Hanzo.
Joe.
Yeah. So other thing is that your diva can just be more aggressive because they only have one flanker and that's the ball. If our, I mean, if Capital, how do you say your name? Cry?
Cry.
Cry? Alright, Cry. Alright. If Cry can't handle a ball, they need more practice. That's all I'm gonna say. So you can move all the way here and then just fly. You can either even fly on the Pharah. Because if our Ball and Tracer and Sombra are all trying to kill this Ana or this Hanzo, then the Mercy has to choose between that, and that. Which one does she
And like
save?
a Discord and a Diva will just kill the Pharah.
Yep. That too. But bottom line is, your Diva needs to be holding an aggressive angle, and then both of our supports can play all the way in Narnia, because Inspire reaches really, really far away, and you can pack from distance. And then Discord is also the exact same way, as well as Harmony Orb.
That's because there are no flankers, right?
Yep. Well, even if there are flankers, so your play style is going to switch. I'm discussing this particular situation because they don't have a Tracer, they don't have a ball that just goes with that Tracer. So typically, if they do have a Tracer, your Ball and Tracer are going to be trying to hunt down their Ball and Tracer. This is why it's more or less two teams instead of just this whole thing. Your Ball and Tracer are just working independently from the rest of you. You don't have to engage on their
dead
dive.
need to hit the duo.
Yeah, you need to hit the duo, both in scrims and maybe in rank. I don't know. Whatever your arrangement might have or you'd like. Can go with that. But yeah. You're more or less going at the exact same angle. So you need... So actually it's going to be a 3-stack in this case because all three of you are going to have to be coordinating with each other. Yeah, there we go. Killed him. Good EMP. Okay, let's talk about ults in this comp. So, do you need any coordination with your ults? And the answer is not really, except for EMP. That's it.
Do you not like small stack support ults too?
You can use Diva Bomb whenever you think that there's going to be value. You can use Mines whenever you see them group up in a low area. You can use your Pulse Bomb whenever you want. And then as for your support ults, you use them either as A, to save someone in an emergency, or B, you're down one but you still need to win because, well, you gotta win. So you use your ults to take the 5v6 and maybe win it.
Did you hear EP canceled here?
No, I
What?
only Diva. Because my range wasn't big enough.
So, okay, so talking about this particular situation, a bigger target to EMP is actually just the Fire Mercy. You don't have to worry about the Ana because the Ana can still heal. She can still be a nuisance.
Still useful.
Yeah, but the moment that the Pharah and the Mercy can't fly, they're dead. They're dead.
Yeah, can you go back to the EMPs?
Yeah, I want to see it.
Okay.
I don't think you got it all, Foggers.
It's just okay. It's
got
just
nobody?
really far away.
Oh yeah. You just
No. You
the
got the back line. But unfortunately, their back line is fairly tanky and they're fairly safe. That's not a very diveable position. So yeah, the situation.
Right now we're down one too. So.
Yeah, if you're down one, automatically pop your trance. Fuck it, let's go.
Well, I was the one that died.
Oh, fuck! I didn't
That's why
notice.
we popped rally.
That's why
I thought you were still alive, but that was a good move still. Because right now you're able to stall the fight just in time for Capital to respawn, and then we're still in this one. We're still contesting point. All 6 of us are more or less still alive until that happens. So whenever we're encountering a Pharah or maybe an Echo, our Diva's just flying towards this, and then you need to hit most of your rockets on her. Ideally. Just force
He's
them
asking a
to...
lot.
It's asking a lot, but that's something that you need to do.
The fog you just barrage the spawn. Oh, this is a rough turn.
Yeah,
A rough
fucking-
fight chain. You and Sombra, EMP died when Echo died on the
But that's fine.
That's
Damage
rough.
to me, and I got body shot by Hanzo.
The thing is,
So unfortunate.
even if Train say gets hacked, gets EMP'd, you still have a nice support line behind them to keep them in mech. That's why Diva's ideal bait.
Okay, go Echo here, and
Okay, in this situation, I think you can just run double shield. Because there's not a lot of flanking routes that you can go. I mean, how much value do you get from going over here and then all the way here? You might as well just double shield. Or standard brawl. Ryan brawl. That would work too. Or 6-man. Another thing that you can do here is 6-man.
I hate 6-man.
I mean, it's a lot
I hate
easier.
because you hate 6-man because you have to play Mora.
Yes.
Yes, and I feel like I get no value.
And I'll be honest
Okay.
with you, I fucking don't like
Well, we'll
Mora.
discuss that later, but
I get
anyway.
no value, and we don't do anything with 6-man.
So let's say that you're still going to run Ball, Tracer, Sombra here because you want to practice it. Okay, that's a nice kill. Aggro. You need to aggro that shit because you wanna prevent the res from ever happening.
I just have no fly.
Yeah.
I think we do aggregate though.
Okay. Well, this is kinda aggro. I just wanted you guys to
We're,
take a
we're
little
camping
bit
the
more
res.
space.
at
Yeah,
least.
yeah, yeah. So that's good enough. You don't have to go past the choke. Okay. Wait, what? Wait, what? Okay, so they used mines, they used that. Okay.
Oh. That's unfortunate.
The Hanzo just hit a log.
No, they trained just like concussed into 4 mines and lost the mech.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Okay.
He's wall ult here though.
Diva.
And
Or-
like here we call winnable, so I'm like okay, I'll get these.
Okay, so the call was winnable.
I mean, like
Alright.
they used 5 ults.
This is also okay. This is a little bit more understandable if someone said winnable and then you used the ult. Okay.
That's why I went for
But if you're going to go Echo and the idea is to either stall or turn around the fight, go into a tank because you build your ult a lot faster on a tank than on a DPS
Diva,
or something.
No. He's saying like when you when you pick Diva. Like,
Oh, go onto
try
a tank.
and
Okay.
Yeah. Actually,
I
as,
was-
as
I was like
Echo,
you.
as Echo in general, you want to focus on the tank first because you get your ult a lot faster.
faster.
Yeah. And then you can just bomb, right? They have no
So
shield. They
like,
have...
so like going for like the Diva, kind of Tracer Echo, like going like, on like spamming the
And
Diva.
people have DM, so if anything, like roll.
Yeah.
Just kind of stall away.
I mean, they used 5 ults there.
Yeah, they used 5 ults, but they still won the fight, so...
Yeah, but I'm saying we used
still
1 ult
Monk
there.
IS.
They used 5, so I mean we could win this coming to this fight. We
Still...
should.
Yeah. You could.
We should.
Yeah, we definitely do.
Is approaching its destination.
Okay. It's a nice like mines. Okay. But again, I don't think... Okay, the thing is, I don't think ults are that significant. Maybe EMP is the most significant next to support ults, but you can just use your ults whenever you think you can turn a fight around, or when you think
Yeah,
it's
like, we used 3
necessary.
ults there.
Yeah. So don't worry about getting max value from your ult. I guess, again, unless, again, it's EMP. Because you really need to max value from your ult if it's an EMP.
I
Okay.
think I farmed the living shit out of that ball.
60 seconds remaining.
Yeah,
Okay,
you see how
someone.
quick their
Okay, so
DPS got
someone
off
needs
there?
to be scouting this, by the way. So your ball
Our
either.
team is out of Mac, so that's
Well, your diva is just there to anchor. Your bait slash anchor, right? So your default position is going to be either over here or over here. So you're not really scouting that much. What I'm
like
saying
Pogger
is
should be
that
scouting because that's all.
ball, yes, your ball can third person view and just hold over here and scout. Maybe your Sombra can position herself in here and scout this. All sorts of that.
Hear that, Poggers?
Okay, I'm not sure what the plan here was. Our ball is just rolling away. What? Wait a minute.
I think we tried to collapse on them. I think that's
Okay.
we tried to collapse on them.
So,
Because we're all in position.
yeah. But if
I think our
we're...
ball just got spotted and they got rolled out.
Yeah, but if you're... If we know that they're all under here, then shouldn't we just slam in and then our Tracer and our Sombra swoops in?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the plan. I think he just gets knocked away. I think that's just like a communication thing.
Yeah. I mean, they're still wasting their time on that ball. Which is nice, but we lost space. Because we just got our mech. Okay. Nope. Do not. Okay. One of the things that you shouldn't do is slam. Unless you're 100% sure you're gonna get a kill. What you need to do as ball is just keep rolling into them. Or if you have a set play, so you know that they're going underneath you, that's when you can slam then roll away. But you never just grapple and slam into someone. It's not a confirmed kill, and then get spammed out by either an echo or something. It's not as glamorous. You don't really you're not ensuring any kills per se, but you're living and you're disrupting their backline. So that's value enough.
Like, was that like a better slam than there?
Yes. Because there was a
Like
follow-up.
the drop.
Because there was a follow-up, there was something that followed up that slam, and the enemy team had to concentrate on either the Sombra, the Tracer, or the ball that's slamming into them. So that's a better slam opportunity.
I want to know how we lose this.
You lose this because you guys got split. Alright?
Oh,
Let's see.
Cry.
See, number
Why did
one.
Cry die?
That was a little bit really
How
bad
did you
mistake for me.
die?
I didn't shield bomb for some reason.
I also
Okay.
hit quite the EMP.
So you managed to kill Percy, the Ana.
Because we should definitely win this fight. I'm just wondering, like, how did we?
We kinda we kinda got split here. It's either we kill this, or we kill the Hanzo, or we kill the ball. The ball and the Hanzo was already over here, and then the Echo, who got hacked, by the way, was not focused down. So we should have turned for this one. Should have turned for the Echo.
I think we already killed Hanzo. Oh, Diva gets DMAX. Alright, oh, Cry, you died at bomb too.
I think we cracked it out.
That's so unfortunate.
I just didn't shield bomb for some reason.
But we trade though. And then
We trade main supports though, and we should still win this.
I thought we won this.
Oh no, we did.
You're supposed to win this. You should win this.
Yeah, he mines and then I throw EMP as well.
Yeah, oh yeah, and then I
I
trans,
remember
yeah.
you guys were being like, don't stack all the
Okay, so
Yeah,
I
I
was-
last fight.
I was wondering.
I thought we lost that. I was like, what the fuck? How did we lose that?
Okay.
Oh,
Don't
that
get past second on our attack. Like we barely capped first, and then we just don't get past second.
we have trouble
Spoilers.
with attacking. Attacking has always been our problem, and
I
especially on
fucking
like
hate
2CP.
attacking here.
Like Hanamura, like when we go over Hanamura and how to attack Hanamura, that's like the biggest problem. Like Hanamura is just so not.
Well, let's see this one because you're
We're
playing the
like 0
exact
and 9
same.
on Hanamura.
Before you start, I just wanted to say something quickly.
Yo,
Okay, so here,
Mm-hmm.
so the logic that, like, the logic I have in my brain,
Mm-hmm.
right, is that we can't, like on the boat back there, we can't go there because their supports can't see us, and I can't. Sombra can't stay in the fight long enough, and Tracer can't. So
Okay.
the point should get to get ball to kind of roll through,
And then boop
and
them.
then he slams while me and Tracer, like Sombra Tracer, can be there, and then we can get our break to walk in, and kind of our Zen kind of stays laid back, and then we kind of go in through. Does that make sense? Or am I on some bullshit?
No, that actually makes perfect sense. But
Okay,
their
and
their
Ours
comp
is
is
vindicated.
their
I
comp
wanna know
though
what's
is
the correct
their comp though is not gonna allow that if they're good, because they're
Okay.
playing maximum spam.
Okay, what's the correct way?
So what you can do is, even if you have to play beyond sight lines, you're going to be okay. Why? Because you're incredibly mobile as both Tracer and Sombra and Ball. So what we can do is just play really passive around the statue. This is our core. Our Tracer and Sombra get behind, as well as the ball. And our ball just tries to roll through them, or tries to take this high ground and slams into them and then roll into them. And then the rest of our team walks up, and now we're back in line of sight. And we
Okay,
can
so
brawl.
they don't take high ground, no matter what.
Yeah.
The top right high ground.
You
wherever
don't
our
need this high ground is
No, we should clear it out. We don't ever go there, Marcus. We should
Yeah.
just
No,
clear
you
it out.
just need to clear this particular area. You just need to clear this out.
Okay, how would you clear that out? Would you clear that out with ball contesting point and then forcing them to drop,
Yes.
or just get them to roll through?
Yes. You just contest the point.
Both.
You can just no, not both. Why would you roll into this? No,
Well,
fuck
well,
that.
I'm just saying like I'm saying like if it's like just the Sig Ash, like it was just up there, and like the rest of them were already on point.
I guess
Like,
you
can't really
could,
just
but the
contest
thing
point and
is,
roll
the
up
thing
there.
is, if you're rolling into here as ball, like from here or over here, or even from the open part, there's a really good chance that you get stunned. Whereas you,
Yeah,
you
but
can
I'm
just,
saying
you
it's just the Sig and Ash up there.
even still, if you're
How do you
don't
contest
want,
point if the rest of them are on?
well, the
That-
thing is,
That Brig's gonna hit a crazy stun.
okay, so the thing is, if it's just the Sig and the Ash over here, that means that we're fighting into 6v4 temporarily. We take those.
So we just
But
ignore
I
them.
can't. But you
Wait,
can't just
what?
ignore the Sig and Ash. What? Gumby, go back. Gumby, go back 20 seconds.
You can.
Just walk past them, then we'll shoot you.
No, look at this.
Ah, you put your hands up. and rush
Give him some DM.
Like, you're saying to contest point here to get the Sig and Ash on fire.
Yeah.
Or can we just do what they just did right there?
I mean,
Which
what
is
you
just dive
can.
them and make them drop.
There's a higher chance of Ball getting stunned up there than he is on point.
Okay, so if this is the situation that you're talking about, then maybe you do kill these two. I don't know why they're
Yeah,
up
that's-
here. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, that's
But-
why,
okay,
that's why
okay,
I was
okay.
like, what are you talking
Alright,
about?
wait. Okay, so yes, you need to dislodge them, but the problem is that you don't have any of your DPS in position. That's why they survive. This is why I didn't notice this as like, oh, I thought that they started over here. No, they started over here, and for some god knows what reason, we managed to get a good slam, a good dive, but none of our DPS were in position. So that means that we needed to be in position first. We don't have any of our DPS ready. So it's a communication issue again.
So basically, me and Polar.
Me,
Well, we
you,
take a
Polar,
bunch
and
of space
Speedy
here. We
have.
take a bunch of space here, though.
Yeah, pretty much. We're pretty much in here.
Okay. They take space. Your Tracer and your Ball are behind. Okay, great. This is why it's so
What was the
difficult.
plan?
Okay, the Sombra needs to be closer too. Like you need to be ready to either hack somebody or just finish someone off. So your position needs to be a little bit more aggressive. So like over here, or maybe even over here.
Can we not just kill the Orisa here?
No,
No,
that's
because the
later on,
Orisa
that's
is just
later
going to get packed and gonna get what do you call this?
Not fair.
That's
Lamped,
later on that she dies.
and then she's going to turn gold, and then she's going to plant a shield, then the Sigma's going to turn around and plant a shield on her, and then we wasted all the cooldowns to try and kill this bitch. She doesn't
just
die,
die.
and then you all just die. So that's why I keep my typical rule when you're facing against an Orisa is that the Orisa doesn't really exist. Like her bongo exists, you can dive that, you can pulse bomb that, but you can leave her alone after that one. You can dive. This is the main target right here, not the Orisa. Okay. So from here, you're just poking them out. But you need to be concentrating on one target. If you're the ball tracer Sombra, you're focusing on just one target. If you're
Who should call that target though? Like, is like the Sombra the best person to call that, or like
Uh,
the ball, or like
the ball is okay, here's the thing. The tanks are almost always the ones calling the tempo, so they're also going to be the ones calling out the target. Because it's not like the tracer's just going to blink in here without the ball rolling in first, right?
yeah. But I feel like the Sombra, like at least you can like see them.
You can kind of yeah. Your Sombra can also call out the targets because you're
Invisible.
ideally you're going to be around here or at an aggressive angle.
And I feel like that helped with our tempo a lot. 'Cause if we're playing for our Sombra, which usually is our slowest of the three, I feel like that would help.
Yeah. So
I gotta go coach spuds.
all right.
Well,
See ya.
it's being recorded. Don't worry.
It's recorded, so
Got
So-
the smoke ringing.
So
yeah.
the last person that you wanna dive though, or last I guess you can, but all three of you have to do it. But the last person that you should be focusing on is the Sig. I get at least in their comp.
So, like, who should we be focusing on in this comp?
Brig.
Brig.
Brig
Oh, yeah, 'cause
is
this the
one.
comp we just played. Yeah.
Yeah, because Brig is the most important one here, at least at the start of the fight. They don't really have a lot of sustain after that one. Unless their BAP just gets window, but then if they have a window, the window has to be on the BAP alone, so that he gets maximum healing. Okay. Okay. Another thing about this comp is that you're either winning a 6 or you're losing a 6, so you might as well just die right now instead of fighting up there. Yep. Although this is a really rough comp to just dive because they have a Torb, they have a Sig, they have you mirror. Double shield, double shield.
Or would you not? Would you not want to go Kree Hanzo?
But no, mirror. But you have a Kree Hanzo, is what I mean.
Okay.
Okay. You just love the Orisa Sig Kree Hanzo back right?
Yep.
Okay.
Because it is fucking OP. It's a better brawl. It's a better spam.
I guess we're gonna be playing a fuck ton of it.
So then why don't other teams run that then?
Or this-
Because either they don't understand how to run it and they see it as a spam comp alone. And number 2 is when to use ults. Because they kind of use ults whenever they either use it too late or actually they always use it too late. Is the problem.
Well, like I'm thinking more like at like the top level. Why don't they run that then?
Top level, I don't know actually. For Atlanta, I think they just
Most-
wanted to go ball because they were more comfortable with that, and they thought that they could outball their opponents. They couldn't. When it comes to
I mean, they have
SHD.
brawled everybody.
They
Okay,
outbrawled
right.
them. They went for brawl instead, and then when they figured out that SHD is just too good, they tried to mirror, and then they tried to go for this, but with an echo. And it still didn't work because SHD is.
So like why didn't Shanghai? Just because like a ball. There's
What was that? What was the
Equalize
question?
like why wouldn't Shanghai just run this comp then? Like, it's like the ball
Because
station
they're more
thing.
comfortable with this. It's just a comfort thing.
They had one of the best fucking Sombras to ever fucking exist.
They have the best ball right now in terms of Fate. I think I think Fate even surpasses Aming and Lady Gaga. What was its name? I forgot.
It's Gaga. It's just
Gaga. Okay. Whatever.
Lady Gaga.
I forgot his name.
I mean, Fate, yeah, and they're like, I don't know, I just feel like that makes sense. But you don't think like the ball costs like pretty on them?
It's not so much that it's what do you call this? How do I put this? It's just that it's really difficult for you to do anything, especially at your level, against this comp.
Okay.
Because you're
So it's best to run the Kree Hanzo because
yes, because it's a little bit easier to coordinate because all you have to do is stack together and then run at them. Rather than
it's like
okay,
Brawl but better.
it's like again, your ball has to coordinate with your tracer, your Sombra has to coordinate with both of them, and then you're diving. Which is like three cats that you have to herd to do one thing, which is nigh impossible unless they're really disciplined or really practiced.
So then, what would you say we run on call? Not saying run this. Would you say run the ball comp or like what would you say?
I mean, okay, so it depends on what you want to get out of this scrim, right? If you want to keep trying to learn and be better at the ball comp, then keep running the ball comp until you get the tracer, sombra, ball coordination down. But if you just want to win, or you want to practice your double shield, then you can just double shield.
Well, I'm just thinking because like for our next match for sure, like I know exactly what our next opponent will run. Like the people we play on Wednesday literally only play the not the ball divas later. Like that's all they do.
So yeah,
and they're not very good at it. To be honest. Like their ball is good and that's it.
Gumby, let me ask you a question.
Yo.
What are potential swaps in the meta comp? Like, so example, we said Hanzo to Torb. What else? Like in what
Hanzo to
situations would
Torb, you can also Junkrat in certain maps. So if you're on
Like
King's
that,
Row,
like
first point, you can just Junkrat. You're holding high ground. Remember that high ground on clock? You're spamming
That's
there with your team.
crazy.
And then you rotate
like
all
I
the
can
way.
roll third.
Icon Vault Third is another one where you can go Junkrat. It is
What
also
about Control
disgusting.
Would you say control center? Would you
Nah,
say to stick
no.
with our Ryan Diva?
Yeah,
function?
you stick with your typical brawl. Because it's just the double shield in Koth is just awful. It's just awful.
Okay,
I mean,
so-
that's our comp sheet if you want.
Okay, so you would never change the tanks. You would never change the supports no matter what, and
Nope.
you would only ever change the flex DPS. Essentially, Mccree would always be a staple.
Yes.
Dragon, why are you in Datter's chat?
So
Okay, so the other thing that your Mccree can switch to is a tracer. And the idea there is that if they have a Doomfist, so Doomfist is one switch that your tracer can go for. Another one is another enemy tracer. So if you think you want to keep your Hanzo and you want to contest their tracer, you can go tracer yourself. And that's about it.
Reaper.
Not really. You're not gonna Reaper. Why would you Reaper? Reaper is such weak
Yeah.
spam.
No, I'm just like naming Ash, May. Would those be like stuff you could switch to?
May? Not really, no, because
Echo.
you don't need. Okay, so you don't really need much more control because you already have a lot of control. In terms
How
of
about
just
like then Ash
spamming.
to Echo then?
Ash is better.
Why would you go Ash? Because again, you're
I'm
just going
thinking.
to.
I'm just
Yeah,
thinking.
Yeah. You don't want to use Ash because again, you're brawling, right? You're not just spamming them; you're brawling. So having that CC from Mccree is awesome.
I'm saying like go like Ash Cree.
Ash Cree, but your Sonic.
Like, I'm thinking more
Okay,
like just
so-
like stuff to like.
Okay,
like,
so
if
when
if
you
I'm
go-
thinking, like,
okay.
what-
So when you go Ash Cree instead of Cree Hanzo, the problem is that you lose Sonic Arrow. So you
Yeah,
don't
but
know
you
when.
gain dynamite with the pull.
Yes, but the problem is that you don't know where they're rotating, and if they're quick, and then your team is not ready for it, then you're dead. The idea is that you're able to spam them.
Scout out flankers that way.
Yes, you scout out flankers or you scout out their rotation so that you're ready to. Okay, so this is something that I almost forgot about as well.
Well, then
So
why is Junkrat okay?
okay, so wait.
Junkrat can brawl.
Because it's Junkrat plus. Okay, so it's a specific map. It's King's Realm. But anyway, we're going to something more important right now,
Yeah.
and that is ult usage. How do you use your ults as double shield?
Combo Theresa, no matter what.
Okay, so number one question that you need to ask is, do I have ult? Because it has happened before that they are on 89%, and for some reason they thought they had ult and started walking forward. That was a very, very bad situation. Do I have ult? Check. Next, do I see the enemy team? Okay. Number 3. Are they rotating or are they rotating to engage or to go to the point? So rotations either to the point or to engage into you. Okay, and number 4, what was number 4? Can you walk there? There we go. Can you walk there? So
You like initiate a brawl.
yes, can you initiate a brawl into that? For as long as all of these are true, you can use your ult.
So like window, if they're like walking into us, would be good to like counter walk into them.
Yes.
Our window.
Or it's not just window, it's bongo, it's your
Bongo.
Mccree ult, but you need to do them one at a time, ideally.
And you want to walk into like a sig ult, like if they sig ult, you want to walk into
Yes,
that.
you're walking
like,
into that every single
Yeah.
one.
Walk into
kind
your
of-
dragons.
You're
walk
using your
rallies.
ults not so much to get a kill with that ult specifically, but to make their engagement awkward. Because the moment that you use your ult in this situation, what happens? They split up, right? They don't want to really walk forward. Half of their team wants to walk back. Half of their team wants to walk forward because they're already caught out, right?
How would you use High Noon then?
You're walking with your Mccree is basically walking behind you, and then the rest of you are just walking forward. It's weird, but it works.
Okay, but another question as well. So if we can use our like example, like if we can get value out of killing with our ults, example, we see them in kind of like an area, and we pull it, we drag in and we pull. Is that not still valid?
Maybe, but that's kind of taking a chance. This is already this is an insured kill. I'd say
Okay.
this if you use this, because again you're interrupting their tempo. Because the typical situation that's gonna happen is if they're rotating and you suddenly dragon or you suddenly rally and then you see 6 people walking forward, you're gonna panic. Half of your team is gonna walk back and half of your team is gonna walk forward. And all you have to do as 6 is choose which one do we want to kill. But the important thing is that you need to stack for this and you need to walk with your ult.
Okay.
So yeah, that's basically it.
Essentially, use everything to walk up and brawl.
Yes. Again, your spam and brawl as double shield. Don't worry about it, you'll do fine. It's like all you have to do is fire the exact same direction. You just need to stack a 6. It's basically brawl. The only difference is that your ult usage, instead of it being a mid-fight thing, it's going to be to initiate a fight. Okay? Don't stress about it. It's real simple.
And off angling with, let's say, like we have high ground and we're kind of
Mhm.
waiting. Like
You're
we have
never
cards
off
and
angling.
no progress.
You're
Ever,
never.
ever.
Okay, so maybe you can off angle mid fight just to clean it up. Sure.
Okay.
But you're brawl.
In
You're
general.
going 6. You're going a 6. You're feeding a 6. You're focusing the exact same target every single time.
Okay,
Uh,
good to know.
so by the way, these are all just basic rules. You can bend them, you can adapt to them, but if ever you feel lost or you need like the basics, quote unquote, these are it. So you can always fall back to this, and it's guaranteed to work. Basically, you're never going to be lost. Is the idea behind the checklists that I do. So yeah. So does anyone else have any questions?
I know I'm good, but
Okay. Wait, how are your tanks going to be like watching this?
should give the YouTube video.
Okay, gotcha.
And to be honest, like I don't feel concerned at all about playing that comp because we do like to brawl and we
Mm-hmm.
do know how to play double shield. And I like speaking for like everyone. I think that everybody can play double shield and is good at double shield. I think
Yes, we just
like,
need to
the ball
communicate.
comp- yeah, I think our ball comp was more of a transition more than anything, right? Like we, I don't want to say
Okay, so
like we were hoping to be good at it, but like we're not bad.
I don't think we're bad at it. I just think it's. I think you just need some work.
We need
That's
more
all.
time.
yeah, you
we need more
definitely
time.
need time.
I think
with
that's a
your-
play. I think that's a playoff thing, Poggers. I think we just whip out this Arista Sig Hanzo Curry right now, like for the next like week or two, right? Grind out this ball comp and scrims and then pull it out against like a good team and just be like, yo, get fucked.
Yeah, you can definitely do something.
Surprise attack them, Poggers.
I think,
Fucking
like,
go against GDH, pull out the fucking ball, Somber Tracer.
Yeah.
because I think that I feel like we'll do very good on this comp no matter what. To be honest.
I'm confident in the Sig.
So-
Hanzo Curry.
So the only other thing is remember to stack, because again, your brawl, you need to stack. You need to stack, and you need to concentrate your fire on one target. Even if that target has a shield, break that shield. They're not walking forward. You're walking forward. Okay, that's the idea.
I have a question.
Yo, keep asking.
Okay, we don't want to be these degenerates who run Symmetra on a Hanamura attack.
Please, Pixar.
All right, so let's go to
are-
Hanamura then. Okay.
I'm letting you know, Gumby, we are 0-9 in Hanamura.
All right, so
Oh,
wait, you don't have anything on Hanamura though. You don't have a replay here, or do you
Yeah,
want?
but we just need to walk through it.
Because-
Okay.
There's nothing to look at. There's just more like we just need to be walked through it.
Because we prayed to RNGesus and he.
Okay.
It never works. It never works. It never works.
So let's
No,
make
it
a
worked.
custom
They did not pick
game.
them up.
Set
RNGesus hates us, bro.
Hanamura. Let's go winter. Fuck it. Let's,
Our
let's-
defense isn't bad.
Let's cover the
But, like-
entire map in cocaine.
So okay. So in defense we do Orisa Diva, Pharah or Echo, and then Ash or
Okay.
Hanzo, and then Batman. And that usually works okay. It's not like amazing, but it's not bad.
Oh wait, shit. Your team does not have a Pharah player.
Well, they do Echo.
Oh wait, shit.
Okay, it's not okay. It's not that
is disorder.
like every team that I've played on as a flex DPS,
Uh-huh.
the hit scan was always so good at Pharah.
Traveling to Hanamura.
So
I
and I played
see.
with the same guy on multiple teams.
Oh shit.
and
Damn it.
and I played
I
and,
suck.
like I played hit scan when needed. So
Okay.
it wasn't like it was kind of like
Oh wait.
don't need to do it, don't need to waste my time, right?
Okay. So how do you feel about playing Ash?
Me specifically
Yes.
as a flex DPS,
Yes.
I don't mind it, but there's two other people who
But I mean,
Okay.
so who plays this map is Dragon here. It's like go to hit
yeah,
scan.
Dragon, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like, he's fucking a crackhead on Ash.
Okay, so Dragon is going to be playing Ash. How comfortable are you at playing Tracer then?
It's fine.
It's fine? Okay.
Yeah, it's
Because
not
what you're going to be doing a lot of is contesting point and contesting the ball that's going to be trying to go to the point. That's the only
And
idea.
what if they run a TP comp and they just
Okay, so this is where kind of the Pharah becomes important, in my opinion. Because the comp that I want you guys to run, at least for this one, oh shit, I can't write. I forgot. God damn it. Oh wait, I can now. Holy shit, the tech. So the comp that I want you guys to run for this one is and ball
On defense.
on defense,
Oh,
diva. Wait, is it diva? Yes, it is. It is diva.
I
Farah,
wouldn't know against that comp. Holy shit.
Farah, Tracer, Mercy, of course, because you want a pocket, and then Ana. Ana. No, not Zen.
Can we run monkey here instead of ball?
You can run. You can monkey. Definitely.
Because I feel like that worked better. Honestly, I think the monkey here would be better.
But yeah, you can monkey, for sure. I don't know why I chose monkey instead of Winston, but all right, cool.
Everybody always says monkey supremacy.
All right. So yeah, that's something that you can do. So that's step one. Step number two is how you position yourselves. So your monkey is always going to be here. Wait, I need to zoom out. Oh shit, I can't draw. Fuck. Anyway, your monkey is going to be holding doors. Our Ana is going to make sure that she can see where the monkey is. So maybe you're going to be playing over here in the mini. Our Tracer is... where would our Tracer be? I guess you can... No, you need to be over here. You need to be either on the platform or over here. Somewhere where you can...
So would you prefer the Pharah Tracer compared to like the Nash Tracer or like a Pharah Ash?
The problem with Farah Ash is that you don't have anyone to contest the point, so if they switch the ball, all of you kind of
Well, they're gonna run Ball Diva, Sombra Tracer, for example. That's who we play against next. That's what
Ball Tracer Sombra, so you're... in that case, you're playing to trade backlines. So before they can... The moment that the ball already rolls in, you need to dive. You need to hard dive this.
So Pharah Tracer works better there.
Yes, because your Farah can just go up here and then just kill him.
Assassination.
Yeah. What do? They have a Sombra, they have a Tracer, they have a ball. Maybe the Diva gets the kill on the Farah, but
even Ana and a monkey and
yeah, and your Ana is playing really far away. But the number one thing is that if the moment that the ball rolls in, you need to be ready to dive. You need to be ready to trade your Ana for everyone else on their team.
I'll survive. I'm good at surviving, Gumby.
There's a 95% chance that you won't.
No, I guarantee you'll survive.
Okay. It's because it's typically not just the ball that's gonna be in. The ball is confident in rolling in the
Tracer are
Sombra.
very bad.
Okay. But don't count on that, okay? Bottom line is... Okay, no, here's the thing, okay? The idea
We're not
is that
just
we're
playing
trading...
against this team.
Okay,
We're
we're also...
playing against
We're
better teams too.
we're trading their backline 3 people for 1 person who can res. Okay? So that's the idea. And then after that, after you clean up the people here, you can slowly go back to the point and contest it. But bottom line is, you need to trade. You need to trade immediately if they're running Ball Tracer Sombra.
Okay, so where would
Actually,
Diva
you
hold
need
there?
to... If it's a ball. I'm sorry?
Where would Diva hold them? 'Cause we talked about where
Diva
Tracer
is
goes,
going to be
hold them.
holding here. And then depending on where or how the fight goes, you can go back to the point and maybe help over here, or you can hard dive
How
with
about
the
Ana?
rest
Ana
of your...
the left side high ground?
Okay, essentially we're not peeling and we're telling Arana to fuck off and we're killing.
Yes,
Is Ana-
basically.
Is Ana left side high ground basically?
You can go high ground too. Because
Yeah,
you can,
I want to hold like over here. Yeah.
yeah, you
I have a
can
question.
go
So-
high ground as well.
So for Tracer's job, like, should she be on the left side along with the main tank, whether we choose Winston or Ball? Because if they send their Tracer in there, like, it just forces our main tank out.
True. You can also position yourself in
If-
here.
Yeah, if we have Diva sitting on the right side, then I don't think we need to have Tracer there too. Right?
Yeah. That's true. Because the typical way that Inertia does this is that instead of Diva, we have a Zarya. But
Oof.
yeah, hey, the Zarya works, okay?
Wait, Zet playing anything but Diva? No way.
Yeah. If it's me telling him to do it, he's gonna do it. Or she's gonna do it,
Her.
rather, sorry.
Her.
So yeah, so that's your defense. So let's say that for whatever reason, you guys feed, we lose the first point. What do we do?
The same shit on second.
Pretty much, yes. Also, you're basically playing for nano boost on either the Pharah or the monkey. Yes. So don't be afraid to just spam your heals on him.
Or Tracer.
Last
I can,
that's
you can nano a Tracer or Diva to pull out a fight.
you can, but that's the last resort. It's like that's the third choice.
You trust my nano judgment, Gumby, right?
Sure. Anyway.
Okay, cool. I'm glad you believe in me.
Anyway, so for third point, you can still keep running Fire Tracer. You can also go Ash. You position your Ash over here with your Mercy, and then basically your Monkey and your Diva are just stuffing this area right here. If you still have a Pharah, your Pharah is stuffing those two chokes along with them. And then your Tracer is just roaming around, falling up.
Alright, now for attack.
Okay, attack. So what we typically do in Inertia is TP onto the point as Brawl. Are you guys?
That's what we've been trying.
Okay, so.
I mean, I think
Okay,
we
okay.
have a plan. We just haven't done it.
All right.
Like,
So you're saying
we
that
talked to Natter about it.
it's basically very wishy-washy.
No, first point is fine. It's second point. Is
Oh,
the
okay.
problem.
But even first point, like I'm still curious to what DPS here would you run? Like, okay, so let's say Ryan Diva, right? Lucio
Mason.
Bap. I like start Brick Bap or Lucio Bap, whatever the case you want to do, right?
Okay.
And then do you run Mason?
Mason.
Okay.
Because
and then,
okay, go ahead.
okay, so and then essentially all you want to do is because okay, so as 6, you walk onto let's say whoever is kind of there. Let's say they're playing double shield. Let's say a Sig, right? So
Okay.
you
Beam
run up
charge.
Sig, you look for a wall or freeze him, and then you get fucking your Simta zap his ass, right?
Mhm.
Now let's say they're running like a Farrakhan Ball Diva,
Okay.
and then there isn't anyone on point, and we're just getting spammed up from multiple angles, and we're kind of fucked.
Okay. So
we just play it like we play Village Bar.
We just kind of hold a corner and kind of do your thing.
actually,
Wait for them to contest. They have to
yeah,
contest.
they have to
eventually.
contest. They have to contest.
You hold an area essentially and just kind of log.
That's how we need to attack second Pogger. That's what I was trying to go over with that.
So-
like what I want to bring up was
so
like just
basically-
get the ult advantage to do it that way.
Yes. So if you suspect that they're also doing that, unfortunately, you're gonna hate this. Capital is that you can switch to Moira and then punish them for spamming you out by having coalescence and then just beaming down their Pharah Mercy. That's one way. Another way is just you can stay.
I mean that's fine. I don't hate Moira. I just hate 6-man.
Okay. Another way to do it is like just to have a BAP, and then you secure the point. Whenever the ball rolls in, you wall off the way that he's going to exit, and then you freeze him, and then he dies, and you still get the point. If you don't get the point, you get 2 ticks. So all you have to do is TP all the way back here, and then do the exact same thing all over again, and
But
their
with
ball,
ults.
but with ults.
Yeah, with Blizzard and fucking
And their
wall,
ball
window,
has to
and
die
shatter and shit.
immediately. The ball has to go in here right now because they have 1 tick that they need to contest right now. So
Well, like,
yeah.
I just don't think like so. What we went over with Natter, right? It was like
Uh-huh.
so. It was just like okay, so I wrote it down.
Well, we never went coast, but now.
Oh yeah, one more second point attack. You want to be playing for ult advantage and force the brawl 1 point with ults. You play fast to get ults out and build ults until you have an ult advantage. Once you're in an ult advantage, go coast and sim wall high ground to force a brawl 1 point, and the enemy uses an.
Well, that's basically what you need to do. Yeah. It's like-
And you just need like we're looking to just like get an ult advantage, then trade ults and win the fight. Brawl,
yes.
brawl point.
Okay, so let's say we do that, right? Let's say we have we're all at 50%, right? To our ults. Let's say Sim is 70 and Bap has it, right?
Mhm.
And we TP coast, right?
Okay.
and we're running Mason Brawl, and
Mhm.
the enemy team is running the comp that we are trying to run on defense, which is the Monkey, Diva, Tracer, or Tracer.
No, but they always do. They always do
Mercy.
some like dumb shit. They do like Orisa, Diva, fucking Pharah, Hanzo.
No. Forget about what they want to do, because I want to see how.
No,
like,
that's not
both of our
manifest. I
comp
think that's what we
kinda-
have. That's what we have problems against. Is like a Pharah,
Okay,
Hanzo.
I just want to know. I just
or
want to
Pharah
know,
Ashe.
like, for what we run an attack, what would our attack do? Sorry, what would our defending do versus that attack? Right, or the our
Against the
Pharah
TP.
Tracer comp versus the TP if they go coast.
So
And
okay,
there's no alt advantage from either side. How is it played from the defensive team?
From neutral.
so
Yeah, from
wait,
neutral, yeah.
we're the defensive team, or are they?
Yeah, no,
If-
we are the defensive team, and they're running Mason Brawl.
Okay.
They TP'd on the outside over there, right?
Yes.
Their ults are even.
Ults are
There's
even?
no ult. There's no ult. Like, nobody has
Okay.
ults. We got shit stomped, and then they're trying to snowball and walk in.
Okay.
with no ult.
I see. So what you need to do is get Fire ult as fast as possible. Hopefully your monkey is going to stuff this. Then you're going to try to position yourselves up the high ground so that you don't just get dove as a support. And then from there, hopefully you can farm nano. I was about to say nano blade for some reason. Nano, barrage, something. But basically, they want to go fast, you want to go slow, force them to go slow by spamming them over and over and over. And then having a tank here just constantly stuffing them in there. So nades are going to be important. Your Winston being really brave is important. Your Diva may be positioning herself over here so that she can either boop away the brawl or DM your monkey is really important. But yeah, anything you can do right now. Also, if you're a tracer, you're going to go all the way here, and you're going to try and take someone out. Actually, if we kind of guess that they're going coast, our tracer needs to be here, scouting them.
And okay, all right. My question has been answered. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. That's why I'm here. But yeah,
I was just trying to figure out, like,
I'm back.
essentially answering how our attack and defense both wins in at the same time. That's kind of like a 2-in-1, right?
Yeah. But let's say that they do that to you and it works. You're on attack. What do? You fail. They figure out that you're going coast. You get wiped. Where do you go now?
All right. Can I answer this?
Yeah, sure. This is why I'm asking.
All right. So you go high ground.
Okay.
Hear me out.
Okay.
You go high ground. We tried to clear catwalk.
All right.
But while let's say, like, they're running a fair, right?
Yep.
While catwalk is kind of essentially happening, we get our Diva to kind of DM and / go on the Pharah,
Okay.
while the rest of our team kind of goes on to whoever is on catwalk, and if not, then we take high ground. Essentially, try to force the brawl towards them.
Okay.
And while using TP to kind of get to areas and kind of close gaps.
Is that like for like before we have the ult advantage?
Yes,
Uh,
yeah, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm assuming it is the ult advantage because you went coast, you got wiped, you probably have ults by then.
Okay, so we would. Yeah, so I would still do it the same way. We would kind of look at like the little sidewalk here, catwalk.
Mhm.
If there's someone there, we kind of use shatter for that one person, kind of get them out. If not, then we just try to clear it out, go back high ground, use TP to kind of get the point while using Simwall. We keep Blizz. We use Blizz kind of when we're fighting on point, and then yada yada yada.
Yeah, another way is that you get TP here, you TP all the way here, and then you kill the Ana that's probably in position over here. And then you bunker up. You basically bunker up on the point. Force the brawl. Yeah, that's the thing about 2CP is that it's really hard. It's very situational, so you can't really plan that much. A lot of things can happen. So
Would you clear catwalk still, or at that point would you just take the high ground and then make that TP?
If they're assuming that they're using the exact same defense as we are, the only person that's going to be on catwalk is their diva, right?
Okay.
So there's not really a lot of value of clearing this. You can just TP.
Would you have Ana hold back right or high ground?
If you're the Ana, you wanna actually hold over here.
Especially with like the
Yes.
monkey comp, yeah.
Yes,
Right.
because you can still see your monkey and your diva over here, right? Actually, those are the only two that are gonna be up here. Plus
yeah,
the
and then,
fire.
like the Pharah, yeah, and like the tracer should be roaming, like so it shouldn't be like a big.
Yeah,
deal.
the tracer's probably gonna come from behind, but that's a really long rotation, so you don't have to worry about them immediately.
Alright.
Yeah. Any
Well-
other thing that you guys want to ask?
I think we should be able to apply this to most, if not all, maps. I think if I have a question, I'll DM you, and
Okay.
or I'll at you in coaching chat or whatever. I don't know what your schedule is like, anyways, but like I know we scrim Monday, Tuesday this week, right? Yeah. So I know you have inertia stuff, but
Yep. But it's mostly Monday,
No, definitely not tomorrow.
Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday.
I know I can't tomorrow. So and I know Cry can't tomorrow.
So yeah, that's basically my
I got
schedule.
my midterm delayed. So
Oh,
bunch
true,
of other
true,
stuff.
true.
All right. So good luck in your tournament.
Yeah. But I'll let you know if inertia ever cancels. You can with us.
Yeah, I'll try to be here.
Yeah.
Just DM
But
me.
yeah, I'll let you know. It's
Thank
pretty
you for answering
consistently. But yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. for
Dragon,
answering
Cry, you
my
guys have questions?
Nope, not right now.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I have a question, but it's not like regarding like a certain map, but it's just like on Mercy, would you rather be pocketing Echo or Ash more?
I would say Ash. Oh well, okay. So Ash's value is mostly in the dynamite. So the moment that she throws the dynamite, she's good. You can leave her. It's like the Ash should be able to dink heads, no problem. You pocket the echo after that.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, but typically you don't really want that comp because it's really difficult to just contest point with it. You need to rely on both DPS and the main tank, like stuffing them in this choke permanently. So like your Ash needs to be insane. She needs to be dinking heads from all the way across, and then your monkey needs to have like balls of steel, stuffing this despite all the spam that he's taking. So yeah, not ideal, but if ever you're in that situation, yeah, that's the typical thought process that you should have. Anything else?
Thank you for answering my stupid questions.
I mean, they're not stupid. They're really important questions.
Nah. Some of them are questionable, but oh well.
Nah. Capital asks stupid questions.
What?
I mean, Capital have pretty much
True.
the same questions most of the time.
Why am I being attacked?
Nah, I'm kidding.
Gumby, I'm higher than both inertia supports right now. So you don't put that out there.
I mean, I did order them to just chillax until Overwatch 2, so yes, you're going to be ahead of them by a lot.
And you told me that my playstyle would work better for Overwatch 2 as well.
Yeah, because you're rewarded for more aggressive flanks in Overwatch 2.
Deathmatch, so you're better because you're not an action support.
It's kind of like deathmatch, but they're also still grouping up. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sure if you guys watched the
Yeah, I watched the New York one too. The New York one looked good.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
Sombra looks really balanced, by the way.
yes, Sombra is
the
not.
fucking healing nerf, like the in-fight healing
Oh wait,
nerf.
I'm
is
gonna end this
stupid.
mod by the way. It's like this is done.